Today's retro game review is Oink by Activision. It was programmed by Mike Lorenzen, who also worked on Circus Atari and Pitfall 2, The Lost Caverns for the Atari 5200. The game, as you can see, looks okay. You can choose between a couple of different variations on the game. I am going to play the main game variant, and you see the pig comes out, and the game is kind of a reversed Breakout, where instead of knocking bricks down, you're actually helping to build a wall to keep the big bad wolf from breaking in. And you have 3 guys to do it, which actually borrows from the Three Little Pigs story, with each pig having their own house made of different material, although the only thing that's really different about them is that they are different colors. So you kind of get a rhythm down and drop bricks down and helped to keep the big bad wolf who keeps blowing into the walls. Here's the weird thing. When I used to play this game, which I did a lot with my cousin who had it and really liked it, we used to talk about the wolf blowing, and what it actually looks like is that he's some sort of weird monstrous wolf with a giant pink tongue that he keeps trying to shoot into your house, and it's so strong that it can actually destroy bricks. And of course, we know it's supposed to be him blowing it down because that's the kid's story. But what happens when the wolf finally gets through the walls and is able to hit you with his so-called breath? It goes through and hits the wall. But if it does hit you, it grabs you and pulls you down. Now, how does breath do that? Is he suddenly gone from blow to suck and he's pulling you down? Or is that in fact a giant pink tongue that he's lashing out with to grab the poor pig who's just trying to constantly rebuild his house? I don't know. If so, it's kind of terrifying and maybe a little bit more awesome, because the game is very repetitive and you've got to keep hitting the button to grab and drop these bricks, which is exhausting, and after a while it gets a bit tedious. There are some really good things about this game though. The pig looks really good, as does the wolf and his freakish tongue. The house is a house. It looks like a house. The sounds are pretty good, which on Atari shows some attention to detail. And this is an Activision game, and Activision is known for some quality titles. But I would have to say that this game is a rare miss by Activision, which is very hard to believe since they made so many other quality titles. But the game just doesn't hold up. Repetitive gameplay and the stress on my joystick and hand are not offset enough by the very well done graphics and decent sound effects. That is why I'm going to have to give Oink by Activision only 2 stars. Not a very good score. I think if you have a kid in your family, they might enjoy it for a couple of minutes, but even for them, their hands are going to hurt pretty quickly after playing it for a little bit, and I think they will not be impressed with just how slow-paced this fast-paced game can feel. Thanks for listening to this retro review. For more retro fun, you can drop by the website at retroist.com.
This has been a Retroist production. Goodbye.